yesterday I was given some new aisles, and feeling somewhat overwhelmed because a bunch of merchandise was on the floor waiting to be stocked, I skipped what had become my normal routine, and don't tell my bosses this, or I might tell my boss when she comes in tomorrow, of zoning, which means pulling the merchandise up front and basically making the aisle look pretty, making sure it looks stocked and everything's pulled all the way to the front of the shelves. And I skipped that yesterday. And it was kind of eating at me. I work at Super Target. It was kind of eating at me the whole day. And as I was leaving, I felt bad because I went through one of my aisles and it was like canned vegetables or something. And honestly, it looked like crap. There was merchandise there, but it was in the back. It was pushed back in the shelves, if you know what I mean. And even worse, we have some very low shelves. And on those very low shelves, if there's merchandise pushed all the way to the back, no customer's ever going to see it or get it. And it's kind of unpleasant, to be honest. You have to crawl around on your knees and reach all the way back and pull whatever product you're pulling out. But I realized how important this step was while I was doing it today. Because as unpleasant as it was for me to crawl around on my hands and knees, finding, I don't know, a can of beans way in the back or some spaghetti sauce way in the back shelf on the lowest row and use my long arm to pull it up front, you don't want to make your customer do that. You don't want to make your customer do that. And they're not going to do it. They're just going to see an empty shelf and not purchase that product, and Super Target or whatever store you're in is going to lose the sale. So I took some extra time today, but I mean, I guess I just didn't rush through an important phase of my job. And I zoned my 4 rows, and they looked awesome. And the merchandise was all pulled forward, and it was all front facing. And honestly, I felt proud of my aisles. And I didn't feel proud of them yesterday. And feels good. And now I'm stocking the shelves, and this might be a boring story to you, but it's what I do. And I guess the point is attention to detail. Sometimes in life we have a tendency to rush through and to try and make it look like we're getting a lot of work done, and we might skip the important small details. And I'll tell you what, in retail, zoning or facing or whatever you want to call it, I think it's a really important detail. And I think my aisles looked good. The customers that are walking through them are going to see the merchandise on the shelves and not have to get on their hands and knees and crawl and reach back, because I did that for them. And the shelves are going to look stocked, and my aisles are going to sell more because I put in a little extra time this morning doing things the right way.